Okay.
Decking.
So we're gonna try to attempt to save the decking.
It's all with finish nails.
So we're gonna pull up decking and attempt to save.
Well, it's more cost effective to replace it. You can see that it's pretty spongy in between each level. So there's going to be stringer pieces that are on top of the decking.
Okay.
So we need to get all this up to inspect the decking, and more than likely waterproof this whole decking all the way across. So we're looking at 6 foot by approximately 70 feet.
Okay, and we've noticed over here too, around the house here, that there's some little discoloration on the wall
I
here.
think the discoloration on the wall there was from a stucco patch.
So they patched the wall maybe when they were doing the deck or pulled it up. So when we pull this up, we'll be able to see further what's going on here.
Looks like someone had pulled it up.
The wood's pulled up already, so.
Right now, it looks like it has some type of tar system.
Bitumen
Maybe even bitumen.
or bitumen, okay. Okay. So, okay.
But I think the best thing to do is possibly pull this whole thing up. The drywall in the garage is coming up anyways because it's water damage, there's growth on it. Water test this thing, see really where the water's coming in from. Give a better idea of what it's going to take to do waterproofing on this, because it may just be a failure at one location.
Yeah, pull up that one more time for me. Is there a metal flashing that goes up underneath the stucco area? Because the patch, it could indicate that. And then the water comes in and gets onto this wall.
You can see the water staining coming all the way around. You can see the growth already starting. This drywall was replaced less than installed. If it's a possibility to remove this material, it looks like fencing boards that were installed as a deck.
Okay.
Pull the nails, and then at the end of that, refinishes with a stain.
There's also possibility that the nails could have penetrated through the waterproofing, and we could be getting leaking from there. They're small finish nails, but once we get it pulled off, we'll do a visual inspection and take some more photos to determine exactly where it is getting in.
Waterproof the stucco wall by a mirror drying system. Install a French drain from the corner, probably where the post is. If we can dig down that deep, it's probably going to be
Approximately 3 to 4 feet.
Yeah, down around the corner, French drain across to the front. I'd probably come across 4 to 5 feet on the pony wall, and then I would.
You want to daylight it out through, core through the wall, or
or
take it all the way around?
Dig it all the way through.
It's probably best to take it down to where the driveway is, to allow the water to just flow through here, and we can put a core hole maybe through the.
Here. Now the surface drain daylights right here.
So the surface drain that's coming out is daylighting there, okay, and that's just the one that's that we saw with the green grate on it, okay. This is the tortoise. This is the tortoise and the hare. This is the hare here. He'll be tuckered out in about 5 minutes, and the tortoise here, he'll continue on and dig the whole thing all the way around and not stop. Okay, so now there was drains that were all the way underneath the deck that came all the way across, and then as we tested them, I found that it was coming up out of the mud right here, and the drain was completely plugged up. It is coming through here, so what we're going to do is we're going to free this up, dig it out, and continue it on. We're going to run a pipe all the way along the wall down here, back up now, all the way down here, down to where it gets to the gate down there, and tied into a drain that is going out through the driveway. This will alleviate any flooding and water intrusion along the wall up above under the deck area. We'll also seal this wall completely all the way, waterproof the wall all the way from the footing up about 1.5 feet above about 6 inches above the dirt level, all the way across, and also backing around the back side here, which is around the jacuzzi. And we have removed the whole entire deck. We had to get the top off and the cross members off. We're going to replace all the cross members with new wood and put new most likely new hangers in. But we're also going to dig this all the way across the back side of the house and put an additional French drain in, which will catch any water that the surface drains that are in here now weren't catching. Also, that would have also caused these drains on this side over here to also back up and not drain, which would add to the water problems at the house. So these are all clear now. We've tested them, and they're flowing freely. So now the only additional work we'll need to do here is we're going to go ahead and put the French drain in along here, because there is moisture under here. Some of that would be from the surface water not draining properly, and just to be safe, we're going to go ahead and dig this up and put a French drain up against the footing, and also seal it and waterproof the footing all the way across here. This is a 60-foot run across here, and then we're going to have to do an additional pipe down the other side, about another 30 feet of piping on along the garage side. So this right here is the area drains that were in the back, and as you can see, it's full of mud. We've cleaned it out now and exposed it, and it was buried approximately a foot below the surface, and just mud, dirt put back up in there. There was no way for the water to escape. So this is going to really help quite a bit. And like I said, the French drains along the back side will assure that no water gets in. It'll be like a secondary catch in case something happens to these drains ever again. Anyway, that's what's going on, and that's we're going to continue this down to and daylight it out through the driveway. All right, where was it? It was like, where was it like? It was over that. Now go ahead and pull that away. And then there we have a vent that they had covered up. Okay, that's good. Thank you very much. So that's obviously not the way it should be done, so that could be problems too, Jeff, right there. So I just wanted to make sure I documented this. Okay, so we're go ahead and get it all over, up and down. We're water testing the French drains against the wall where the problems had occurred, and for the client right now. Get out. Needs to get in here and look. So I'll be out in a second. Okay. So this is our first coat on this side. This is the scratch coat that is manufactured. The second part of this waterproofing process that we use, and it works really well. So I've had really good experiences with it, and I've never had any problems with this product. We're applying the coating that goes over the Melasticoat. It's Melasticoat texture, and this is the fourth application, and then we'll come back and. So we're now at the back of the house, and the whole entire deck had to come off, and all the wood trusses that you see there are all brand new that we've put back in. And we've applied the last coat on the back side of the water proofing, and this is the scratch coat that goes over the membrane. And we've got the drainage that is in, the rock is in, and everything is looking really well. And we'll be ready for our test tomorrow when our client gets here, so that she can see that everything was done correctly and that it does not leak anymore. The whole entire deck tore off. We've power washed it once, Now we're going back through and wiping it down and cleaning it and air blowing it off with a blower to make sure that we get proper, adhesive with the new product that we're using, the Ames deck seal. All right, now we've got everything cleaned off thoroughly. We've taken all the strips out. We're going to use a 1/4-inch plywood that's going to sheet this whole thing, but we're going to put a waterproofing underneath first, and we're going to also pitch it away from the house. So we're using a seam tape right now that is, we're applying it to the middle seam so that we have no open seams whatsoever, and this will seal. And then over the top of this tape, we'll put a additional coat the whole entire deck with rubberized deck coating, and then we'll put the plywood on, and then we'll continue with another coat. Second application we did underneath, and we applied the coating and the plywood, and then now we're just doing a final caulking of the window sills and door jambs, and then we'll be ready to apply another coat of sealer over the redwood shims that we're going to use, and then we'll proceed to put the deck back together and put it back on, the 1x6 cedar. So here's the strips that we're using, and we're just liquid nailing these into the deck, and then we will those will be secure, and we'll put it. Okay, this is about the third day we've been on this thing. It's got 2 layers of waterproofing underneath plywood, and it has 3 layers on top, and we've taped all the joints and seams, and then have applied 2 coats over there, and we're ready to apply our 3rd coat. Also, we have on the outside we've applied edge metal all the way around the perimeter of the deck, which is, it's all drip edge metal now along the whole front, which is gonna help quite a bit. We're also pitching it from the doors out. We have also caulked and sealed under all the thresholds, and this is Saturday the 2nd. We'll be finishing it up today, and we're going to put redwood strips across to give the 1x6 cedar channels for any water that does get up here. If they hose it or whatever, that it'll be able to run off. So we're raising that up. We're just finishing up caulking the last bit under the windows this is like the 2nd application we did underneath, and we applied the coating and the plywood, and then now we're just doing a final caulking of the window sills and door jambs, and then we'll be ready to apply another coat of sealer over the redwood shims that we're going to use, and then we'll proceed to put the deck back together and put it back on, the 1x6 cedar. Okay, so we're just finishing up. We put our first coat on, and we puttied, and they shrank a little bit, so we fill in all the holes one more time into the deck. So all the holes are filled, and everything's going to look good when we put our final coat of stain on here. We're just finishing up, and then we will recoat the entire deck, and we'll be done.